Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weasel. You don't really wanna miss Weasel news. We keep the city on they P's and they Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weasel news. We keep the city on they P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got our foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got bitches on whether you can chat with cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weasel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weasel.
Welcome to Weasel News. I am Sky Davis. This is Dick Dastardly, and welcome Tiffany Tulips to the broadcast. How are we this evening?
Doing wonderful. Welcome, Tiffany. Welcome. I hope you enjoy our little family here.
Thanks. I'm really glad to be here.
It is awesome to have Tiffany on, and we look forward to our viewers welcoming her and having a great time and being a positive impact on our news program going forward. Speaking of positive impact, we've had quite the impactful week in our state, haven't we, guys?
Most definitely. We've been busy. You know, we had a patrol out this past Tuesday. We had our first court session of 2023 within the city this past Friday night. And then Saturday, we had a court detail where they sent the offenders to the, well, we'll call it the assisted living facility. That's the polite way to call it here for us. We had the court offenders sent to the assisted living facility to beginning their terms.
Yes,
Yeah, they got their terms for their repayment to the state.
They did, and I believe, Dick, you had the awesome opportunity to get first-hand experience and show our viewers what it is like inside Bolingbrook Penitentiary, or the assisted living, as you said.
Yeah, that's correct, Sky. We wound up going into the gates behind the bars. You know, there is going to be a full-blown documentary out, but we did put some information out last night live while we were behind the gates and behind the bars and behind the barbed wire. We managed to get some interviews with the warden. I believe we got a couple of correctional officers. We talked to a person convicted of attempted murder and bank robbery of about, I think he said 4 or 5 banks.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, he was very regretful over his actions, and he was in there for quite a while, is what he said. And he wishes he was had done things a little differently. And then we talked to a female who was found guilty of murder.
Wow.
And let me tell you what, she was very cold-blooded in her conversations with us.
Wow. I mean, of course, being in the prison, you definitely see, different sides of people, and it was, I can't wait to watch back that footage that you got of, and all the different, characters and people who have all walked through life, and see what brought them to that point.
That's right. Some of them, unfortunately, we did happen to see one prison fight, or maybe yeah, no, actually it was two prison fights, and a couple of inmates met the business end of a beanbag gun to calm them
Uh-oh.
down.
Oh,
But
yikes.
that's what happens behind those prison gates. So
Yes.
it kind of is what it is. You mess around, you find out what level the guards can get to.
Yes, it is that harsh reality, and I'm glad that we can provide, or you can provide that for the viewers to see, to keep them out of prison and see what they're going to be dealing with if they choose to go down that pathway.
That's most definitely right. They were sent in by our court system, and our court system felt it was the best way to deal with those offenders.
Absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Haven't seen that one in a while. Uh,
It's been a minute.
it has, and definitely am glad to be back here. But of course, outside the prison, all of our departments of the law and of the emergency services has been out and about. I know earlier this week the the San Andreas state troopers had a undercover operation of sorts, kind of trying to track down some drug related items and paraphernalia within the city. Although now I'm thinking about it, I'm not sure they want us to announce that, but that is something to be on the lookout for. That they are cracking down on them to make sure that everybody stays safe and no one is being given. And these products aren't, in the city as more than they already are, because they are leading to fatalities and other unfortunate events that can be like we're not looking for.
Detrimental.
Yes, can be detrimental. It can also be stopped. Absolutely. Let's see. I know there was a few fires in the city recently. Were you on any of them? Dick, I know we, as Tiffany, as we said, she is our new anchor, and we look forward to having her on future scenes with us and a part of the team. Do you have any information on those fires, Dick?
We do know that one fire happened to take place up at the gas station as you're heading out of the city on Rockford Drive, I believe was the name of the road. Unfortunately, there was one death in that fire. Apparently or allegedly, the one deceased person happened to be, as you said earlier, with the trying to crack down on drugs, he was actually using drugs in the vicinity of a fuel pump, and we think the fuel vapors may have got to his open flame and caused an explosion where the one individual succumbed to his injuries on scene.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that's too bad.
That is terrible to hear. Our condolences go out to the family, but as usual, that scruffy ass dog that runs around the city. I heard he's up there in the hills now, stealing medic bags in the hills.
Oh, boy. Buford, I believe is its name, if I'm correct. I believe it's Buford.
Uh,
Potentially Buford the dog. Yes.
I think so.
Yes.
Buford, butthole, asshole. I've heard the medics call him all kinds of names. Some of them want to shoot him, but they're afraid if they shoot him, they're gonna get hit with some animal cruelty
Yes.
charges. So Alphonse, which is one of the paramedics, had a false medical bag set up for him,
Yes.
and it had some sleep pills in, some sausage for him. So finally, when the dog tore into the medical bag, he ate the sausage, and apparently he fell asleep somewhere, and we haven't seen him lately. Knock on
Wow.
wood.
I know it's reported that on a scene in the past week, the dog did end up attacking a woman. So from what I heard from the captain of the state troopers, is that if they see that dog again, or if if the dog is threatening to any more people within the community, they may have to, unfortunately, of course, they don't want to put the dog down, but it is becoming a serious criminal, criminal offense in the state here.
That's right. I believe he may belong to a homeless man, and I hate to say it, the homeless man doesn't get that dog under control. The homeless man could actually be held accountable for any actions of his pet. So the
Yes.
homeless gentleman could potentially go to jail and face criminal charges along
Wow.
with having his dog put down.
Of course, I mean, all around, bad situation. Because of course we feel bad for, our homeless community, who have been pretty, I don't know if I want to say, pretty present this week within the state. I know they're always somewhere, somehow end up on our media outlets. They are very, outspoken people, and they seem to be quite active within our within our community. Even without being a home, and I do hope that they can find a shelter here soon to help their needs.
That's right. So while we're talking about our community there, I'm going to warn you, Sky and Tiffany, to watch out for a gentleman by the name of Mike Ock. He seems
Yes.
to be wanting to give gifts to all the ladies he comes across. He has a particular affinity for a certain female firefighter on SAFD.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but at any moment in time, he could switch to having a particular affinity to any female here at Weasel News. So just I think we can get y'all some tasers if y'all need some
Yeah.
tasers to help scare them off. But just be careful around him. You don't ever tell what he may want to do.
Oh,
Absolutely.
yikes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. We have quite the interesting community here. And I know going off of that interesting community, I heard there was a little bit, I don't know if you want to call it beef, or I don't know if you want to call it a scuffle, but as per the state troopers and the fire community, there was, of course, all things worked out, and everyone is a big happy family here in San Andreas, but it's reported that there was a little scuffle between fire and LEOs this past week, where the because obviously we've heard it, on the news, where each individual department, tells the other person to slow down and whatnot, ongoing joke within this community, and it is reported that Chief McGroin of the fire department actually took a serrated hand knife and put it into the tire of a state trooper vehicle. It's reported that luckily the chief was let off with a warning and no arrests were made, but Hayes had to come out and fix the tire, and now the fire department has to pay over $2,000 in city fines.
Wow. All that for just a tire? You sure just one tire,
So-
not all the tires, and possibly a hood?
So it was one tire, and I don't know if it, I mean, it might be a myth, but I heard that Chief McGroin has the strength of I think I have it in my notes as the Hulk. The strength of a Hulk, and actually tore the hood off of a Explorer with his bare hands.
Well, I mean, we can't complain too much. It is a Ford, so there is that.
It is. But I mean, you can imagine he took the entire hood off the hinges of a car.
That's true. That's true. That's very true. That's some strength there. So maybe Chief McGroin that night was taking his vitamins
I
and ate his
mean,
Wheaties previously.
he may. I kind of want to know his workout regimen myself.
I wonder if it was worth the $2,000.
That is true. That is and it's what is this gonna come? What's gonna come of this in the future within the community. But like we said, in the end, all of the first responders, are there to work together to help the community be safe and successful. And by the end of the evening, all of that was all differences put aside. Everything worked out within the community. But definitely an interesting interaction for sure.
Oh yes, it was. Glad they was able to work everything out, and they was able to continue with the service to our fine citizens of Los Santos.
Yes. Speaking of service to our fine citizens, we've had, of course, along with drugs, we've had some weaponry in the area, and on Tuesday earlier in the week, it was recovered. An automatic weapon was recovered in the grass of a residence in Rockford. Well, I guess Rockford, Vinewood Hills, out on Madaway Thunder Drive, and it has been taken into custody of the state, but it's reported that there were some shots fired from that weapon. It is unknown of what they were firing at or who fired the weapon, so that is still an ongoing investigation. If you have any information on that, please contact the local law enforcement at your earliest convenience for that information so they can track down who the gun belongs to. I believe that they were going to be gathering fingerprint samples. And with his footsteps.
Well, it could be some. Now, Scott, it could have been using their toes to fire off the weapon. You never know. It may have been a armless man, using what he had left to do what he had to get done that
You
night.
know what? You're very true. We can't discriminate here. So they will either be collecting fingerprints or footprints to locate the suspect that of those shots fired. I know we had a few traffic stops earlier in the week over by the golf course. The golf course had some good action this week. Reported that someone accidentally hit an elderly woman of the name Eleanor Rosenswag, Granny Swag, in the head with a golf ball. He was not golfing with a golf club. He was actually physically throwing a golf ball. I have questions. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say, what? It just, wow.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. It's reported that the person may have been under the influence of a substance, but they have not confirmed what that substance was, as he was not driving, and he was being safe, but he was throwing golf balls across the field, or across the green, across the green, and hit a elderly woman in the head who was going to, I guess she was going to look at the view on the bridge. She likes to sit up there on the golf course, which I mean is quite, I don't know, she must have a monthly pass, because I don't know if I'd want to pay that much money just to sit on the bridge, but to each their own.
That's true. There, you ever sat on the bridge out there, Tiffany? Have you been to the golf course and sat on the bridge out there?
I have not yet, no. But my question would be, I thought dodgeball was the sport where you throw balls at people, not a golf ball.
Yeah, you wonder.
Yeah, that's kind of a wrong target for a dodgeball. I don't think Miss Swag is that quick to be moving away from balls flying at her face. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Well, let's just say phrasing
But
on that. Yeah, I take that back. I'm sorry, Miss Swag.
I mean, it is heard that she made some quite risky comments in the process. You know how Miss Swag is. I did hear that she, asked him if the person wanted to, quote unquote, come over later. So we all know how that goes. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
We all know how that goes.
Well, I may have to go check out that bridge a bit later after the program here.
Well, you do that. Let us know how you find it out there, and we'll get back to us on that. Speaking of finding things in the area, I know you are newer to the area, Tiffany. Are there any businesses that you've interacted with lately that you're loving?
Trying to think if I've visited anywhere lately. I know there's a bar actually not too far from where I live called Tequila La, I believe. And I've actually stopped there to get a couple of drinks now and then.
Awesome. That is always a community favorite, I do believe.
Yeah, Tequila La is nice. I've been out to Tequila La, and I've been down to Pearl's Seafood Restaurant after the warden was telling me about it last night, because they said they sometimes order out at Pearl's Seafood, and they order swordfish and
Wow.
crab and all that. I'm like, man, they be eating good at the prison.
Yeah.
But I was mistaken. I thought he was talking about ordering for the prisoners. She said, no, that's for the guards and himself. He don't order that for the
I
prisoners.
was gonna say.
Yeah.
I think the prisoners have a half week old bologna and dried lettuce and stuff like that.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say some dehydrated water there, Sky, for a moment.
Well, I had another thing in mind, but then you know how it goes.
Yeah, we know how it goes.
Yep. For sure. But yeah, talking about pearls, I recently had their lobster bisque. Highly recommend. You know what I love about pearls? They serve all their soups not in bowls. They actually serve them in like coffee mugs, which is I mean I'm always loved because it's like that comfort, like homey kind of feeling that you're eating soup out of the mug.
Yeah, that's good. Sometimes I serve it with some swordfish cheese dip. I've had it with like a crab bake too sometimes. So
Ooh, I would definitely have to look into their crab. I love crab.
Where have you been to there, Sky? I know you've been out and around the city since the snow's cleared out. So I know you've had a place here and there you've checked out.
Yeah, it's coming back with recovering. I had a lot of time on my hands. I was moving pretty slowly. But in the interim, I had quite a few nice trying to get out as much as I could. And the Pops Diner out in Polino. I've been there quite a few times recently. In the mornings, nice place to drive, get some brunch and breakfast. Big fan of their eggs Benedict as well. Well, I can't talk. Eggs Benedict along with some other great items. They have giant pancakes, so if you like pancakes, definitely order one or two. You don't need like 6 because they're bigger than my head. And I made the mistake of you go out, you want to say, okay, I'm going to treat myself, I'll get this. Yeah, I had food for like 2 weeks.
What I do when I do that? I take them home and I'll freeze the pancakes, and I can heat them back up in the microwave later on when I can continuously to enjoy those pancakes that way.
That is a great idea. That is a great idea, for myself and for our listeners. Dick Dashley always giving you tips and tricks to stay organized within your kitchen.
That's right. I give you musical advice. I give homeowners advice. I can give you food storage advice. Whatever you may need, I got a little bit of everything in my arsenal.
Well, I may have to talk to you more often, Dick.
Oh, that's no problem. I can help you out with the donkers and the windows.
I've heard about these Wintoes.
Yeah.
The new version of Mentos or Menteasers that are coming out, called Wintos. I've heard about them. Definitely need to try some of their new flavors.
I'll definitely have to.
Absolutely. Let's see, the weather this upcoming week gonna be a little bit windy, but should be some blue skies and sunshine. Give us a break from the scattered showers that we've seen throughout the past week. Is there anyone that we'd like to highlight within our community who have, been either a big part of the community lately or new members of the community? We have had quite a few, obviously, with the flights being in the city quite frequently lately. There's been an uptick in jobs available at the airport, so of course more people are flying in daily now.
That's right. We've had all kinds of new folks joining our city lately. I think we covered most of the newer ones a few weeks back, but
Yes.
we've had a couple in and out. We've had few join us for the first time. We've had some returning people joining us also. So just want to say welcome to our city and hope you enjoy what you find in our city.
Absolutely. There's been a lot of people who have, and I'm lucky enough to now to have been, Dick and I, joining Weasel News last year after the previous team was, unable to continue working. And we've found quite the home here, especially with adding Tiffany to our crew. We are so more than happy to have her be a part of our family. But being here for 2 years now within San Andreas is an awesome spot to be in. Definitely thankful for all the new friends and community members that you meet daily. So definitely looking forward to having more of those relationships and urging more people to fly to the city if they are interested.
That's absolutely right. You said something about some folks we might want to recognize.
Yes.
We missed it last week, but
hmm
did you know there were some promotions within the San Andreas Fire Department?
I heard about that. Would you like to take it away a little bit and highlight some of those?
Sure thing. Well, we had one promotion for a captain, Mr. Sonny B. Call number 714 was promoted to captain. Uh, and then we had a firefighter paramedic promoted, which was 704, Alphonse Jackson's. And then our three newest probies were promoted from probationary to firefighter EMT. That was 718 Robert Clark, 719 Destiny Parker, and 720 Justin Davis.
That is awesome. Congratulations to everyone in the San Andreas Fire Department on those awesome promotions, awesome work, and thank you for serving our community and our citizens.
Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Did you also hear the sheriff department received a grant for a whole new set of paint jobs for their entire fleet?
Say what?
Yes, they got a grant for new paint jobs for the sheriff vehicles.
That is
Uh,
awesome.
there has been no official release date yet on when we will
hmm
see those new paint jobs, but Peter Trickle snuck into the garage and was able to catch a few pictures of the paint jobs.
Awesome.
He's holding on to those photos pretty tightly. I kind of persuaded him to let me take a look at
Oh,
them.
nice.
The cars look very very nice.
Awesome. Awesome. We look forward
Yes.
to seeing what is in store there coming up here.
Most definitely. And there was one more thing that came down the pipeline this past week. In the Maze Bank Arena, we had the circle
Yes.
track out there.
Yes. Yep.
They now have it reconfigured for multiple events. It can be
Wow.
easily reconfigurable. They got demolition derbies, sky jumps out there, races, all kinds of new events is going to be coming into the Maze Bank Arena.
That is fantastic. That is
They got
fantastic.
They can even have basketball games there now. Do you believe that they got concession stands and the city now has its own basketball team?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
Oh
I
my
think it's
goodness.
the Los Santos Panic is the basketball team that now calls the Maze Bank Arena home.
That is, congratulations to them. I know we'll have quite a few players coming on in within the next week or two, and of course we'll have out in the maybe they'll have a turf there, but we will have the Maze Bowl here in a few weeks. I believe tonight they are narrowing down who will be playing in the Maze Bowl here in a few weeks.
Maybe we could send Tiffany out there to cover her first on-site Maze Bowl game. So,
Hey, I'm up for anything.
that's good. That's good because
Yeah.
sometimes it's crazy here in the city there, Tiffany. You know, we got to break you in right. We're gonna have to send you down with some shooting calls, some officer-involved shootings, or maybe some drug busts, and let you be eye in the sky over them sometimes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
We can't. No, we get no. If you're flying with Sky though, you got to be a little careful. Sky has a itchy throttle hand. She likes taking that helicopter through some evasive maneuvers every now and then.
Oh, well, it'll be
Definitely.
my first time too, so.
Definitely. We look forward to that. Definitely look forward to that. Which is
I
awesome.
think
Awesome.
that's all I have, Sky.
I believe that's all I have as well. Anything else that we'd like to recap on your end, Tiffany?
I don't think so. I look forward to being a part of the team and excited to see what the week brings this week.
Yeah, we definitely look forward to it as well. And thank you all to all of our viewers for joining us this evening on Weasel News. Like we said, the city is always taking new people, and new people are flying in daily, weekly. And we look forward to you being a part of our community if you so choose. You can go to kuffsgaming.com, kuffsgaming.com/guide for the player's guide. Applications are done on the Discord, discord.me/kuffs, and for the streamer rotation. This next rotation, I believe, will be, let me do a little look-see here. But I believe it'll be...
I believe it's gonna be Ace and Jamie.
Yes. We look forward to seeing more from them within the fire department and the state troopers. With that being said, my name is Sky Davis. Happy to be back. Here as always, Dick Dashenley. Always, the man on the mic. We love to have him, and welcoming here Tiffany Tulips, the flower of the show.
I like it.
Not bad at all, Sky. Not bad at all.
We're not what I mean somewhere. But we thank you for joining us here on Weasel News. Have a great night, and we will see you on the next one. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Night, everyone.
Chill. Yeah. M16.
This is unbelievable.
Brr. Weasel. You don't really wanna miss Weasel news. We keep the city on their P's and their Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. You don't really wanna miss Weasel news. We keep the city on their P's and Q's, cause they know we pull up with them cameras and shoot. We tell the truth so you don't get confused. Hey. Shout out to my boss, Baron. You know that man make it happen. He got a foot up in the damn door, and now the whole team taking action. We got pictures on whether you can chat with Cheddar. Hit me for your music needs, who gon' do it better? And you can catch Travis on a rash report, or catch me going live with the facts from the source. Ari is a newswoman, plus you with the force. Man, the whole Weasel staff, we on top, check the score. Editors, producers, all going hard. Don't make us pull up with them cameras in your front yard. Weasel.